new opportunities on the artistic front. When you're in an environment 360 degrees, it's quite easy to direct a viewer's attention. Again, there's a third-party relationship between the event and the viewer. But when you're in it, from a storytelling standpoint, interesting challenges creatively.
Well, it is true that we've been trained to sit and watch a flat screen and let the director tell us what to look at. And we're suddenly worried, for some bizarre reason, that if we remove the screen and put somebody in an environment, we will no longer be able to tell a linear story. But I have to believe that linear stories existed before film, that for thousands and tens of thousands of years, humans have been communicating to each other in a linear form, telling their story, and they've used specific things to make sure that we would pay attention to each other. We put the storyteller in front of the fire so that the light was drawing your attention. We made the storyteller the one that was speaking so that you would focus on where the sound was coming. We created social memes that if you turned your head, the storyteller would stop until you started looking at the storyteller again. We created memes that there were more than one person listening to the story, so if others spoke, someone would tell them, quiet down, I can't hear the story. All of these things we do anyway in the normal social context. I don't see why we would not be doing this in a virtual experience, whether you have a headset or not. If you turned your head, and I'm the one that's telling the story, and I know you're not going to catch the most important part of the story, as a storyteller, it would be upon me, not you, to wait for you to turn your head back and pay attention to the rest of the story. One of the things we're thinking is still the linear analog version of storytelling. The linear analog of storytelling is once the film starts, you can't stop it. But in a virtual environment, there is no reason why I can't wait to tell the next piece until your attention comes back to me. So I can move that. I can actually change in a virtual environment. When you turn your head, I can brighten me so that it draws your attention back to me. I can dull the environment around you. Our eyes are structured in such a way that the sharpest and most color comes directly in front of us, and it becomes less sharp and actually more faded in our peripheral vision. In VR, we're going to have to learn how to take advantage of what we know about our physical property of our eyes to make sure that when people's eyes move over there, that we want to direct them over here. How do we make them direct over there? You can sharpen it, you can improve the color, you can actually brighten it, you can draw their attention so it comes back over here again, and that's where the story is that you want to do, or want to tell. In visual effects, we do this all the time. We are always trying to take the curse off of looking at something too long, that then you know it's not real. And so often what we do is we'll let you look at this thing just long enough, and at the moment where you are going to start looking at it and saying, it doesn't look real, we'll blow something up over here. And we will draw your attention, and then this thing will have moved over, or we'll drop it out of frame. So we'll have to learn storytelling techniques to make these stories compelling. We have to learn technical functions and how we are actually reacting physically to it so that we can actually drive the story. Where Technicolor is going to have opportunities is our R&I group will absolutely be able to focus on how to change in the story the type of color you're looking at, or the type of resolution, or the light that's in there. We, as production services, will be able to figure out how to blow something up over in the left if we want to take your eyes off of the thing that's sitting in the middle just long enough so that you can go back and look at the middle and start anew.